He said, "Cause he got
Oh, get out, ball.
Get out!
That boy.
Get out!
That's gotta be out.
Get on three! Out, boy!
He's moving.
Happy.
JBS Special Signing Week edition of the Jersey Baseball Show. We're here with Kyle Neri, St. Augustine Prep, part of the Laser Show down there. Outstanding, one of the best hitters in the state. Headed to Bryant University next year, Northeast Conference. Thanks for coming on today, Kyle, and welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Let's get right to it. Let's talk about Bryant University, Northeast Conference. Your excitement of making it official, signing there. You're actually also going. New Jersey is going to be well represented with your longtime friend, Caden Dulin from over at Williamstown. And let's talk about the excitement of signing day, first of all.
Yeah, it was actually a great moment because just the time of getting that offer, it was in the midst of COVID. So it was kind of like a time where everything was cut off. And just being able to still be able to talk to coaches and still play here and there was really good for all of us and good for me especially. So when I got to talk to those coaches like Coach Pelletier and Coach Klosterman, it was just really cool on how they were able to, not even being able to see me and just talking through a phone, they were able to connect with me and my family right away. So it kind of felt like home right away. And to know that I was going to be going there with someone that I've been challenging myself with my whole entire life and competing with is kind of also another cool thing because I know I'll be doing that for the next 4 years as well.
Yeah, no, a lot of COVID recruiting over COVID was sort of like this, I guess, right? A lot of Zoom talks and things like that.
Yeah, not even Zoom. It was just phone calls. That's all you could do because they couldn't come out and see you play. So it was just sort of videos of training, videos of at-bats, and phone calls.
But how about just the excitement of signing day? I mean, we've seen the picture, the one that we're running here in the kind of the opening for you here, the 8 of you, your senior class at St. Augustine. I mean, and there's some pretty darn good underclassmen who've already committed too, but just to go through that signing day with all these guys you've gone to school with, been through the battles with, twice getting to the state finals, hopefully third time's the charm this year, but that in itself probably made the day even more special.
Yeah, those guys are all hardworking guys, and I'm happy for all of them as I was for myself just on that day because it's kind of like a day where you're locking in something that you've been waiting for since you were young. So it's kind of like the moment of realization, all right, we're taking this next step. And I was happy for all those guys and places they were going to, especially with the ups and downs of COVID and there was offers fluctuating and coming in and out. So I was happy that we were all able to make it locked in and official that day.
Definitely. And you guys, as you had mentioned, you're so close to winning the states as a freshman and a junior, and obviously winning South Jersey is in itself a ridiculous accomplishment to do it twice. But what's the goals here? What's the plan to take that final step and hopefully finish everything off as a senior?
Our goal is to go all the way again. Obviously, I mean, with us at Prep, we kind of made it a standard for ourselves that the South Jersey title is a must since we've done it for the past 5 years. So that's kind of when we're having our talks and everything, that's kind of just one building block that we just need to get to again. But just getting that next step would mean so much more for all of us, especially for me and Ryan, who have been there and we've had the feeling of watching another team celebrate on that field. So it's kind of and especially the guys from last year, it's definitely something personal that we're all going to remember and probably going to motivate us even more when it comes to that day.
Absolutely. And just that whole winning, experience and that whole winning mentality and what you've done. I mean, that's obviously something that you're excited to bring up to school and see how that translates to the next level, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course, especially with Bryant being a winning program in the NEC.
Yep,
It's just something that I'm like very excited to be a part of and be able to contribute to. So
definitely.
it's just something that another thing that I just love about the school is that we're going there to win. We're not just going to play, we're going to win.
Yep. No, for sure. Now let's hit you with a couple of random questions here. We'll start with we just passed Halloween, and this is one I like asking. What was your favorite Halloween costume growing up?
Growing up, I guess when the morph suits were sort of in a phase, they were pretty funny. So I obviously have one of them, and a lot of people that I know like to mess around with them. Even in the past Halloween, people were messing around with them.
Yeah. All right. One thing on your bucket list that you hope to achieve.
Bucket list. So my brother, he actually through our school got to travel to Japan, and he said it was like a very amazing trip. And with baseball, I'm not able to take those trips because they're during the spring or like right after school's over. So like I'd like to travel to somewhere like international like that. And obviously it's harder now with COVID, but I'd like to travel and get out there either to like somewhere like Japan or just somewhere to go see all that stuff.
Yeah, other cultures and just kind of fully appreciate it. I always thought that like helped you appreciate not necessarily what we have, but just kind of how everybody, we're all kind of in it together,
Yeah, and it like on how much different it is here. Like when he went there, he said everybody's wearing the same black pants, white shirt, walking around, and it's just like work, work, work. They don't even have chairs in restaurants. You sit on the floor. It's like it's definitely an eye-opening experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Favorite pregame meal?
Well, since most of our games are after school, probably we have this tricolored pasta, which we get every once in a while. I like it. It's very good. It is very good, and it honestly keeps me full throughout the whole game.
Favorite pet growing up?
I've only had one pet, and we still have him. I have a dog. He's definitely one of a kind. He likes to jump a lot, but he can't do that now since he's older.
How old were you when you got him?
I think I was in third grade, so
Okay.
He's like 10 now.
Okay,
So
yeah,
like the second or third.
getting up there.
Yeah.
One quote or piece of advice that you've gotten along the way that really sticks with you.
This one actually comes from my dad. So one time he told me you have to do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. So that kind of like stuck with me because if you're gonna you got to do the work so you can do what you want to do, and that I kind of bring that into everything. I do my schoolwork so I can hang out with my friends on the weekend. I do the work at practice so we can win games.
Definitely. One person outside of your family that's had the biggest influence on your career.
I mean, that's kind of hard because I've had a lot of like great coaches and great players that I've played with. So
let's change it then so we don't make anybody feel bad, and name a person who has had a major influence on your career. Not the most, but somebody who's been a big influence.
someone who's been a big influence probably would be honestly Caden and his dad, because them living around the corner from me, we would always go and hit and hit and hit, and he kind of like taught me in like my early ages like how to hit. So it's kind of like if we're talking about like career, like baseball career, it's probably him.
Yeah, and I'm sure somebody that you is so close that and lived so close when you were a little Kyle, to be able to push each other to get to where you are, I'm sure it was the same for him.
Yeah.
So Favorite professional team?
I'd have to go with the Phillies, even though they like to tease us a little bit.
Every year they like to tease us a little bit. Would that be regardless of sport? I mean, is there another team in another sport that gets you more excited than the Phillies?
Can't really count on the Eagles anymore. People might hate me for this one, but ever since 2009, I've been a Penguins fan in hockey. Yeah, I get the same reaction from a lot of people.
From everybody from where you are. But now, so then, and that's, I guess, fair that you have, but how did that happen would be the question.
So when I was younger, I played street hockey. And 2009 or 2008 it was, we won like our championship for street hockey, and I was on the Penguins. So in the same year the Penguins won the championship, so I decided, all right, that's my team.
I love how it's always something like that sets it in for people. That's crazy. We are here with Kyle Neri, St. Augustine Prep, outstanding hitter, one of the best hitters in South Jersey, outstanding player on a team that has been the perennial South Jersey parochial or non-public champ. Let's hope you get the final step this year, and certainly looking forward to seeing beyond, where you get the chance to shine in the Northeast Conference at Bryant. Appreciate you taking the time today, Kyle.
Of course. Thank you for having me once again.